Hello, broomheads. We are gathered here today for me to rank Degrassi parents. This is part 2 out of 3. This idea was given to me by zanelandin on Instagram. Thank you, Zane. My cat is here to play as well. I apologize for the lighting being so dim. I refined the categories a little bit. So first we have adopt me, then great parents, then indifferent, and then WTF, which is basically a combination of either they confuse me or they overwhelm me. Then we have need help, which means like they're not the worst, but they need a little bit of help. And then awful parents. I'm not putting the teenage parents on here. I'm only putting grown-up parents. So like no Jenna, no Liberty, none of that. And the divorcees, I am separating them out into individuals. I think that's all you need to know. So let's get right into it. First, we have Wheels' adoptive parents. I think they're awesome. I think that's like the general consensus is that everyone likes them. They're like kind of dorky, but they're just really nice people, really cool. They really like let Wheels be himself and make his own mistakes. So I'm going to put Wheels' parents in great parents. Next we have Jeff Isaacs. This is Toby's dad. He seems fine and everything. He does get kind of dramatic, and I just don't really like the way that he attacks Toby's mom in front of Toby. He seems to be petty. He seems to be more petty than Toby's mom. So he's okay. I don't want to put him in need help. He needs to do a little bit of work, but he's not that bad. I don't know. I'm suspicious of him, but he hasn't done anything like too terrible, so I'm going to put him in indifferent. Next, we have Paige's parents. I don't have a picture of Paige's dad. I don't know if we ever met Paige's dad, but Paige's mom is named Rose Michaelchuk. We don't know too much about her, but she seems to be great. Next, we have Jimmy's parents, both of them together, although perhaps I should separate them because we know Jimmy's dad is an awful person. Okay, he just is. He's just awful. Jimmy's mom seems sweet, but we don't know for sure. But, okay, let's take it back to like season 1 where neither of them are around. And neither of them seem to give a crap. So, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and put them in awful parents. There you go. Awful parents. Oh, no. Next, we have Joey Jeremiah, serving as dad to Craig and Angie. As a dad, he's okay. I think he's okay. He's kind of a hypocrite with Craig. He's a little careless. With Angie, he seems to be really good. And when it comes to Joey as a parent, I have to think about the time he asked Craig if Craig would start paying rent. That's such a situation worthy of discussion. I'm gonna call Joey. I'm indifferent about Joey as a parent. Okay, next we have Mandys parents. I'm sorry, but they're awful. They're awful. Okay. Is her mom's name like Julietta or something? She's pretty cool with the whole abortion thing. But ultimately, all she does is just step down to her husband and let her husband be terrible. So therefore, they get deemed awful parents. Next, we have Kate Kerwin. My queen, my mom crush. This is Ashley's mom, and she is like one of my favorite Degrassi parents. I don't know what made this happen for me, but I think one of the defining moments is when Kate lets Ashley get her belly button pierced. She's like, okay, I'll sign it. I'm like, dang, my parents would have never done anything like that. Like, no shade or anything, but she's just very nurturing, and again, lets Ashley kind of make her own decisions. Leaves space for Ashley to make mistakes and to find herself. I don't know, I like the sound of her voice. I like the way she looks. I love Kate. I think about like when Ashley was depressed and taking time off school a lot, and Kate's just like, okay, like giving her time and space. I think that's beautiful. Kate Kerwin, adopt me. Next we have Robert Kerwin. I have mixed feelings. Again, I'm not a parent, and I'm glad because Robert is this perfect example of having to choose between yourself and your kids. You know, like, you as a parent, you're still a human being and you still deserve happiness, and you deserve to chase your happiness and not put yourself first, but like do things for yourself. But at the same time, you are a parent, and you've made a new person, and you're responsible for being there for them and for taking care of them. So Robert left the family to do what he wanted to do. That was a tough situation. However, he seems like a cool dude. I don't know, because he was gay, trying to live a straight life, and that throws a whole new like wrench in things. So I can't just straight up say he's a bad person. You know what I mean? Because it's more complicated than that. So I'm going to put him in confused me. WTF, as in confused me. Next we have Laura Coyne, Fiona and Declan's mom. People freaking love her, but I'm not sure why exactly. Why did she get arrested again? Was she actually doing something bad, or was she like indirectly caught up in something bad? I don't remember. She is like very supportive of Fiona through like her court case with Bobby and through her alcoholism and all of that. She has just this nice, inviting kind of vibe to her. There wasn't a moment where I'm like, oh my God, Mama Coyne, adopt me. I'm just kind of like, she's there. You know what? Indifferent. I'm sorry if I'm breaking anyone's heart. Next we have Imogen's dad. His name is Louis Moreno. Honestly, he just breaks my heart. I think he seemed really cool. Like, quirky, funny, weird kind of dad. Like, he seemed like a great parent. But as we know, he caught dementia. That's not what you say. He developed dementia. That's not really part of who he is as a parent. So let's forget about that. I think Louis Moreno is a great parent, even though Imogen sucks. Next we have Margaret Matlin. This is Maya and Katie's mom. I don't like her. You already know. This is part of, I think, what sparked this series happening, because I don't like Maya's mom. She is always yelling. She is always up in her business and always meddling, and like, why are you always yelling? Maya! Oh, sorry, I scared my cat. Maya! Why aren't you in school? Maya, why are you kissing Zig in the kitchen? Ugh. Now she's going in WTF, not because she confused me, but because she overwhelmed me. Just like Audra Torres in the last video overwhelmed me. Next we have Mary Kate Sinclair. This is the mom of Heather and Holly J. She kind of sucks. I mean, she sucks. She seems not very maternal. I don't know if I'd call her an awful parent, but she's very dismissive. Like, when they lost all their money, she was just telling Holly J, like, too bad. She wasn't trying to be supportive or anything like that, and that irks me. I'll put Mary Kate Sinclair in need help. She could use some improvement. Next we have Mike Nelson. This is Wheels' birth dad. What a weirdo. Okay? Like, talk about the king of mixed signals. Like, do you want Wheels around or not? You know? One day he's hunting him down and stalking him and calling him and giving him birthday cards, and then when Wheels shows up, he's like, dude, get out of here. What do you want, Mike? He goes in WTF. You confused me, Mike. Oh, and then, like, he'll be nice to Wheels face to face, but then when his bandmates start making fun of Wheels, like, he joins in and starts making fun of Wheels. Calm down, Mike. Next, we have Michelle's mom. Okay, this is just like Robert Kerwin. Michelle's mom is forsaking her family to protect herself. It's hard to say whether that is right or wrong, but she was just like, bye, Michelle, you know, to go like chase her own life. I don't know. Like when you compare Michelle's mom to Michelle's dad, like who's the better parent? Like sure, Michelle's dad is a terrible racist for one thing. But in terms of like both of them as a parent to Michelle specifically, who's better? One of them abandoned her and then one of them like stayed with her and cried. You know? So with Michelle's mom, she was just way too sketch. She was like, bye. And then Michelle's like, so where is she? Don't know how to find her. Don't know what happened. Oh, and she was having an affair too, wasn't she? And then you have to come to Michelle's mom's defense because she was in a bad marriage because the dad is just an asshole. So I'm going to say Michelle's mom needs help, but I don't like her. Michelle's dad, this is a complex character. I know it is so easy to write him off because he is sexist, racist, strict, inflexible, angry, grumpy, mean. Sometimes, though, I do feel sorry for him. His whole family left him. And when he cries, it makes me sad. I know what you're thinking. I shouldn't. Like, Katie, shut up. He's an evil person. I get it. But he loves Michelle, even though he's sexist. I'm going to put him in need help. I'm not justifying his beliefs, okay? But I think with help, he can get better. I think he has potential to get better. And I think at the heart of everything, he loves Michelle. Next, we have Sean's parents. We don't know too much about them except they're poor and alcoholics. At least one of them is an alcoholic. And that Sean's dad specifically, we have heard he cannot hold down a job. It's easy to look at them and think, well, they're just crappy people. But it's also easy to kind of like feel sorry for them as victims of the system. Maybe they were born into poverty and could never climb out, you know? And that poverty is what caused them to develop abusive, neglectful, or addictive tendencies. I'm going to say Sean's parents need help. Next, we have LD's dad. He's also sexist, just like Michelle's dad. Side note though, like, I think he was not appropriately cast. I think he needed to be a little more like this, you know, like a little more rough and tough and not like, I am a mechanic. LD, clean the kitchen. Like, he just didn't seem to fit that part that he was supposed to be. But anyway, so let's assess LD's dad as a dad. He's dismissive. He's a bit dismissive, just like Mary Kate Sinclair. I think at the heart of it, behind his gruff, manly exterior, he's a good dad who like loves her, wants to keep her, wants to support her. I'm indifferent. I'm not going to call him a great parent because he's discouraging LD from doing things she wants to do because it's not ladylike. And that's a problem. Next we have Viola's freaking dad. Another sexist dad. Oh, Lord. Viola's dad strikes a chord with me. Like, he irks me personally due to my own life. So I'm going to say he's an awful parent. Bye. Next we have Kathleen's mom. Kathleen's parents. There's just a picture of her mom, but this is Kathleen's parents as a unit. They're awful. They're awful. In case you forgot, Kathleen's dad is a workaholic, doesn't care about the family. Kathleen's mom is an alcoholic. And again, like, that deserves a bit of sympathy, you know, because it's a disease. But that was a terrible situation for Kathleen. Also, she slapped Kathleen. She's also abusive. Sorry, just awful parents. Next, we have Rick Monroe's dad. We only see him once, and that is because he's there for the abuse episode. We know he's an awful parent. Just awful. Last is Allie's parents. This is both of them as a unit, even though I'm only showing a picture of Allie's dad. The Bandaris. Again, same reason why I have a personal vendetta against Viola's dad. I have the same feelings about Allie's parents. They are terrible parents. I don't care how much they change later. That was not redeeming enough for me. They're terrible parents. Goodbye. Okay, so that was part 2. Let's review. Under Adopt Me, I put the lovely Kate Kerwin. Under Great Parents, I've got Wheels' parents, Paiges' parents, and Louis Moreno. Under Indifferent, I have Laura Coyne, Jeff Isaacs, Joey Jeremiah, and Mr. Delacourt, LD's dad. Under WTF, I have Robert Kerwin, Margaret Matlin, and Mike Nelson. Under Need Help, I have Mary Kate Sinclair, Mrs. Assett, Mr. Assett, and Sean's parents. And under Awful Parents, we have Jimmy Brooks' parents, Manny Santos' parents, Vula's parents, yeah, both of them. Both, mom falls under there too. Kathleen's parents, Rick Monroe's dad, and Ali Bandari's parents. And that's how they stack up. Tell me, did you agree or disagree? Do you want more elaboration on any of these parents? Let me know. I'd be happy to open this up a little more. But I thought this was kind of a good way to do an overview of all the Degrassi parents. Okay, that's all for now, broomheads. I'll see you in part 3. Bye!